on this episode of The Commercial Break.
Come on down to Chili's.
Yeah, come on down to Chili's and get your Texas farting and shit burger. We got Norovirus 2 for 1. Projectile vomiting, no charge. Chili's, I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. She's been in the shitter for 3 fucking hours. Every couple of minutes, she'd be like,
like a wind up.
yeah, like a wind-up toy. You ever seen like The Exorcist?
Yes.
It's just coming out her mouth. And then here's what we do. They get her out of the bed, clean her off, put her in the shower. She screams and cries more. Matty comes into the shower because he thinks he got vomit on him, but he didn't. He's picked up my OCD. Yes. It's unbelievable.
These threads, now, you'll insert into the sockets below your eyes up over here and pretty much anywhere in the cheek. And once you put these threads in there, it causes an injury. And then what happens is you build...
I'm sold! Where do I sign up?
The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
Remix.
Yeah, the Alien Remix for those requesting it. Big Will the Champ actually requested it.
Yeah.
And so I remixed it. Well, that's for you, Big Will the Champ. Welcome to another episode of The Commercial Break. I'm Bryan Green. This is my good friend and co-host, Kristen Joy Hoadley. Krissy, best to you.
Best to you, Bryan.
Best to you out there in the podcast universe. How the hell are you? Thanks for joining us on yet another episode of this Commercial Break. The only commercial break you'll ever need. Guaranteed. Fact, news, or fiction in 30 seconds or less. Or your money back. Woo!
Sold
to the highest bidder, which apparently is less than $4.99, because that's what we could not convince you to spend a month on the commercial break. Or was it $1.99? I think it was like $1.99. I think we're going to give you the commercial break, commercial free, an extra episode, one you couldn't get anywhere else for $1.99. And you cheapskates couldn't be bothered. Fuck you. We're going to have 26 commercials by the end of 2020 per episode. We're going to have 40 minutes of content and 50 minutes of commercials. I'm going to put a commercial every minute. I'm going to put a 2-minute commercial every minute. And now this. It's like the Dr. Phil show.
Maybe we could do a combo.
Combo commercial.
Oh, combo commercial break.
Commercial break and commercial. I like the idea. It's like a Dr. Phil episode. Every 15 seconds, that guy takes a commercial break. It's unbelievable.
True.
I've never seen so many commercials in a television show, except for maybe like a basketball game.
Yeah.
Right? Like a March Madness game,
yes,
where they take a commercial break every time the whistle blows. Right. But Dr. Phil's pretty close. I mean, he's pretty close. That whistle blows every 15 seconds. It's like, today on Dr. Phil, my daughter has angina and won't stop making porn videos online. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Come on down to Chili's.
Yeah, come on down to Chili's and get your Texas farting and shit burger. We got Norovirus 2 for 1. Projectile vomiting, no charge. Chili's, I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. She's been in the shitter for 3 fucking hours. Let me tell you, we went to a Chili's.
Baby back ribs.
Let me tell you
I used to love baby back ribs.
Everybody used to love Chili's.
Yeah, everybody did used to love Chili's.
Chili's was a universal. For those of you that are too young to remember this, Chili's used to be the place.
It was.
Like, not the place you would go, not the place, but like the place.
It was the casual, like, date place while I was in high school.
In early year,
early maybe
20s.
Families would go there, and
that's what you do. Friday night, you'd go to Chili's, and guess what? There'd be a fucking wait.
Packed.
You'd wait an hour to get into a fucking Chili's so you can have an awesome blossom and shit yourself all the way home. I mean, this is a fact. Anybody who had a Chili's in their town knows this.
Yes.
And I worked during the heydays of Chili's.
Yeah.
And it'd be like a Wednesday night, we'd be on an hour wait. Everybody and their families in a very, like, I didn't grow up in a particularly, we weren't well to do, lower middle class family.
It was the middle class place. Yeah.
It was, but the upper middle class, it was in an upper middle class neighborhood, which was like just down the road.
Yeah.
And those people would be driving their Beamers and their Hummers over to Chili's. They'd sit at the bar. They'd have a good time. The bar would be packed. Everyone would be laughing and joking. Yeah, I was a bartender. I was flipping bottles.
cocktail
snort
style.
and blow. Yeah, I was doing all kind of shit, right? It was a lovely place to work and a lovely place to go.
Yes.
And one of the things that was so important to everyone that I worked for at Chili's, all the and the managers were making buku fucking bucks. At least I thought so at the time. I think I remember my manager telling me, like the general manager, like he was making $175,000 a year for this store in north of Atlanta. And at that time, in the late 90s,
yeah,
that's like $400,000 now. I mean, inflation. With inflation, it's a lot of fucking money. So anyway,
and those general managers aren't married with kids either.
Well, he was. He was married with kids, but this guy,
that's a hard life.
His name was Jeff, and I never remember. He was like 2'2". This guy, he was 2 foot nothing, and he run around. He was always
powerhouse.
Yeah, he was a powerhouse. He never fucking stopped. He was like a bunny. He'd run here, and he'd be cleaning the window, and he'd pull in the tickets and telling me to shut up, and you're fired, and blah blah blah. He was everywhere, but he was he was kind of a mentor in the sense that he was an example of really fucking hard work. And then when he was gone, you wouldn't fucking see him. He wouldn't be calling. He wouldn't be talking to nobody. He came in, he did his work. He was out. He ran the store highly efficiently. All the managers in tow, underline, everybody, right? And one of the things that Jeff demanded was cleanliness. Demanded.
Oh, you got to have it in a restaurant.
In every Chili's that I worked at, and I worked at a couple of training other people at other stores and stuff. Every fucking Chili's, cleanliness. If you have time to lean, you got time to clean. You see a piece of trash on the floor, you pick it up.
Time to lean, time to
lean, time to clean. That was the thing, right?
I like it.
And so wiping those tables, was extra important. A bucket of sanitizer, a bucket of wash water, a fresh towel. Everything was so important. It had to be clean. Every one of those fucking tchotchkes that they had all over the goddamn place, you'd have to, dust them every 5 seconds.
Those pictures. It was like
those
a chili cook-off.
Yeah, chili cook-offs.
Around the world.
Steer horns and this and that and the other thing. Real live picture of a real live event that really life happened in real life at one point, right?
Yes.
It's so stupid. And they still have it to this day. Anyway, here's the point. Clean as a fucking whistle. But I made the bad decision a couple of weeks ago, right after we decided to right after we took the break. Like, so in the middle of the break, I was going to go out to eat with my mom. The family was. And so I said, hey, listen, let's just go to Chili's.
Let's check it out again.
It's close to mom's.
Yeah.
Mom can get in easy and out because she has some mobility issues. Let's just go there, right? And Astrid kind of looked at me and she was like, and I said, listen, what's the worst that can happen? Right? You got a burger well done, You shit yourself for a couple of days. I can stand to lose a few pounds. So, I get another bout of salmonella. Maybe I'll go to, I don't know, 17 pounds in that bout of salmonella.
Weight.
And I gained 27. It's unbelievable. Anyway, we go there. Krissy, I have never in my life, and I've been to, I was in Mexico City and went to like restaurants on the corner in a cardboard box. You know what I'm talking about? Like real authentic street food with real authentic la cucarachas hanging out everywhere. This was the most fucking disgusting restaurant I have ever been to in my entire life. There was shit everywhere. Everywhere you looked, it was disgusting. The glasses were disgusting. The plates were disgusting. The windowsills were disgusting. Everything was disgusting. Astrid and I were like, hands up on our head. We didn't want to touch anything.
Right.
We were grabbing the children's hands and like I didn't want to touch anything in there.
Hand sanitizer squirting all over the table.
They now have this thing where you like order at the table, like a little screen. That screen had... It looked like it. Remember that friend that I used to have that kind of smelled bad and he was a little weird?
Yes.
If you ever looked at his phone had like 6 months worth of extra jizz on it. You know what I'm talking about? He would just be whacking off and all the lotion and jizz would still be on his screen, but he wouldn't clean it off. Right. And so you look at that screen on his phone, you wouldn't want to touch it. You were like, here, call him from my phone. No. I don't want to touch that. This is what this screen looked like. You couldn't be they couldn't be bothered to wipe it down. Now I'm sure these people are hardworking. It also looked like they had about 2 waiters for every 45 people because it's hard to find work right now. I thought it was disgusting. So now let me tell you what happens. So a couple nights ago, there's my baby screaming.
Yeah.
Hey, Mia. So let me tell you what happens a couple nights ago. I'm here in the studio.
She's remembering this experience.
Yes. And I'm remembering it too. I am a little bit of, I don't know if I'm OCD. But I have a nose like a hose, and I can smell things a mile away. If Blue poops in this house somewhere on the other side of the house, and my house is like 140 feet from one end, 140, 200 feet from one end to the other. If I am in the corner in the bathroom with the door closed and Blue, a piece of poop starts coming out of Blue's rear end, I can smell it right then. I'm like, she's sitting somewhere in the house. Get her. Right? I hate it.
Yeah.
The other night I'm sitting here in the studio. And Astrid comes running. I had my headphones on. Astrid comes running in the door. I need your help. Anytime a parent says that to another parent, I'm thinking the worst. Yeah, I'm thinking one of the babies, like something really happened bad, right? Or something happened to one of the dogs or something. So I scramble over there, headset pulling out all the wires. I run and what I see is probably one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen in my entire life. Mia was up in the bed, in our bed, where she normally lays, in between Astrid and I, and so does Matthias, in between Astrid and I. And she was up, and she was screaming and crying, and there was vomit everywhere.
Oh, no.
All over our bed. But as if that wasn't bad enough, I then hear my son in the bathroom, and he is crying and screaming. And I can see all between the bed and the bathroom, there is a trail of vomit everywhere. And I go in there, and he is standing in a pile of vomit with vomit all over him.
Oh, God.
Krissy, there is nothing in this world.
Was this after Chili's?
This was days. Well, we don't think it was Chili's. We think it was a different place.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, right? The two are connected. Because first of all, we'll never go back to that Chili's ever again. Yeah. Chili's has fallen way down. Remember when I told you?
They were sold. I think like the company, the parent company sold them.
Sold to?
Yeah.
Fucking Pollo Loco from Breaking Bad. I mean, like.
He kept his place pretty clean.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
He kept it spotless. Yeah. But I don't know who they sold it to. They sold it to like Ace Hardware or something because those people don't know how to fucking run a restaurant. This projectile vomiting was intense.
Wow.
And it went everywhere. We are up in the middle of the night. Mia is doing this every 30 minutes. Luckily, Matthias was one and done. But Mia, that poor little girl, she's just, every couple of minutes, she'd be like,
like a wind up.
Yeah, like a wind up show. You ever seen like The Exorcist?
Yes.
It's just coming out her mouth. And then here's what we do. They get her out of the bed, clean her off, put her in the shower. She screams and cries more. Matty comes into the shower because he thinks he got vomit on him, but he didn't. He's picked up my OCD. Yes. It's unbelievable. This was awful. And this went on all fucking night long. Poor girl. And I suspect it came from food, from uncleanliness of food.
Most of the time when you get sick, it is from some form of food poisoning.
Yeah. And, I'm never going to go to that Chili's again. I'm never going to go to a Chili's again, ever in my entire life. So I'd like to thank our new sponsor, Chili's. Get your baby back ribs now on sale. June through July, baby back ribs. Comes with free Norovirus. No charge for the Norovirus. Puke bags included. I don't even think
the mighty have fallen.
I don't even think that if Chili's paid me to do a commercial on this commercial break, I don't think I would do it. I just don't. That's how strongly I feel about how disgusting this place was. And remember when I said it used to be the place to go? Not the place to go, but the place to go?
Yeah, great place to go.
It's now a place to go, if you know what I'm talking about. And probably not if you want food.
The last place to go.
Yeah, if you want to, Shit-a-rita or whatever they're fucking called. Like the Pango Wango, Maui Wowie, Pango Dango margarita where they pour 7 buckets of sugar and 2 drops of, manufactured strawberry juice along with some shitty tequila.
I think it might be the same company that owns Olive Garden.
Oh, and nothing like an Olive Garden.
I had a bad Olive Garden experience.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff and I had to go out to Texas for something. And we got in late and we were hungry and we were at the hotel and there was an Olive Garden near there and I thought, you know what? Breadsticks and salad.
Unlimited
a glass
breadsticks
of wine. That's what I want.
Yeah.
No,
you got some bad romaine lettuce.
It was bad.
You got some bad romaine lettuce.
It was bland, bad hard breadsticks.
Bland.
It was
like they don't
super
give a
bland,
shit.
And the red wine. I mean, it was.
God,
I think it had been sitting in the bottle for.
Brian, send him a bottle of Chianti
weeks.
Classico. Yeah.
Opened.
Yeah, because no one drinks there. They can't, we got an Olive Garden at the corner down the street, and that thing is all for 24 fucking hours a day. That thing is packed with people.
Love it, but
but I just wonder how much toilet flushing is going on after that. Because one time, my father-in-law convinced me. He's from Venezuela, so Olive Garden is like the best thing in the world. He sees those commercials online, and he thinks this is like, pasta.
The commercials look so delicious.
Of course they do. Yeah, well, okay. So he convinced. I keep telling him, no, we're not going to Olive Garden. That is not Italian food. That is someone pretending to be Italian food. That is what that's what children eat.
Garlic.
Pasta with extra butter and garlic.
It's just got garlic.
It's just garlic, and it's gross. And the tomato sauce is not tomato sauce; it's tomato paste that has water in it. It is disgusting. But he convinces me one time. He's like, Bryan, come on, go to the Olive Garden with me. And so we all go to the fucking Olive Garden, and what do we get? We get brown lettuce with those. Remember the carrots and cabbage
shaved.
You remember when you were a kid and you had the lunch lady, and the young lunch lady used to make the salads, and she would put like one piece of lettuce and then a bunch of sliced carrots and cabbage on top and put a little honey mustard on there, and she'd be like, that's your salad for the day? That's what you get at Olive Garden, only it's worse than that. It's fucking disgusting. It's gross. And when we went there, it was gross. And my father-in-law even capitulated. He was like, you're right. Nothing like the commercials. This is not it.
The commercials make it look fabulous. Delicious.
At Olive Garden, your family, and we hate your family. I'd like to thank our new sponsor, Olive Garden.
Right.
We hate you too.
We're really reeling it in here with the. I hope nobody works there.
Yeah, by my count, I think in the course of the commercial break, we have pissed off about 13 different sponsors that we may or may not have ever had. We're not getting any more, keynote speeches for anybody.
No.
And I don't think iHeartRadio is going to be buying our podcast anytime soon. But we're open to negotiations in case.
Yeah, we're open to talks.
Yeah. So someone said, hey, would you ever go back and work for Clear Channel? I don't know that it's the same company now. It's been bought and sold a couple times at this point.
Yeah.
So I don't know that it's the same company, but I don't think Clear Channel is going to want us on board.
No.
It's not even called Clear Channel anymore. It's called iHeart.
Yep.
But I don't even think they would want us on board.
No.
Not if they listened. But that's making the assumption they ever listen to any of the podcasts they buy. Like Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Okay, they probably listen to that one. But do they listen to the fucking commercial break? No, they do not.
No.
I was trolling on the internet.
As you do.
As I like to do. Krissy.
Bryan.
What?
Yep.
I was listening to that episode the other day.
What?
That guy was a real dumbass. I was trolling on the internet as I do, and I decided that we should go back and do part 2 of an episode we did a couple of days ago.
Yes.
Maybe a couple episodes now, but depending on how I decide I want to release the episodes. And we got into a video where we were having Frankie B walk us through how we take 10 years off our look, whatever the fuck that means. So if
I thought he was saying 10 years off our life.
Of our life. Yeah, but it wasn't. It was our look. Yeah, whatever that means. So Frankie B, if you have
your luck.
Or your luck. 10 years off your luck. I don't know why you want 10 years off your luck.
I think if you follow his advice, you might be taking 10 years off your luck.
You might be taking 10 years off your life, meaning you're not going to get another 10 years. Because Frankie B is doing a beauty video.
I mean, he dabbles.
He
in
dabbles.
a little bit of everything,
I think you're supposed to have like a professional license to put Botox in people's faces. Isn't there like nightmare stories about
Yes.
About going to a place with one room and a light and some guy with a needle.
And you can get frozen face, but on here he promoted frozen face. If you would like to have frozen face, we can do it. That's what he said. Just buy this product. Come to my salon.
Frankie basically is walking us through 3 highly toxic chemicals that you can put in your face in order to make you look 10 years younger. That's what he's trying to say, but he never quite finds the right words to say anything. So we're going to say it for him.
Microdermablation.
Microdermablation. But he found 3 different chemicals. One, I think we've gotten through Zeman, which is the actual name of the product that he's saying. Zeman.
Zeman in your face.
Zeman in your face. Put a number of shots of Zeman on your face, and it'll relax your muscles. Now we're on, what are we on? Theraflume or... Flumidome or whatever. I don't know what we're on. Yeah, but we're on something. So this is part 2 of the Frankie video that I promised you because I promised people I would actually do the entire video. Hey, commercial breakers, best to all of you who have been leaving wonderful podcast reviews on your favorite podcast player, especially all of those who are using Apple. We really appreciate it. We've been deluged by wonderful comments and reviews, and we couldn't be more grateful if you're one of those. If you're not, could you take just a few minutes and leave us a podcast review, comment, or rating on your favorite podcast player? Almost all of them have some version of rating or review. It helps us grow the show. It'll make you feel better. there, and it'll tickle all of our pickles. Thanks so much. Hey, 661-237-8296 is where you can leave us a text message or a voicemail, and we want to hear for you. Comments, questions, concerns, or content ideas, let us know by sending us a text or leaving us a voicemail at 661, the word best, the number 2, YOYO. That's 661-BEST-YO. And go to tcbpodcast.com. You'll find all the audio and all the video right there at one location. You can now connect with us on social media at The Commercial Break on Instagram and youtube.com/The Commercial Break. Still the only place to find all of the video content and exclusives you cannot find anywhere else. We're going to take a short break to hear from our sponsors. Please use their specialized URLs and or codes if you're ever in the market for their products or services. We certainly would appreciate it. We know our sponsors would too. We'll be right back with this episode of The Commercial Break.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
There's Frankie.
He's so veiny.
He's veiny. He's like a penis. He's like a life-size penis. He's leathery and weird, and he tilts to one side, and he's got lots of veins. Good job, Krissy. I like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's pick up where we last left off.
Okay.
Frankie B. 10 years off your luck.
By creams and serums? Hell no. The only way to do it is by a dermafiller, okay?
He's the first one that's come up with the dermafiller.
I'm the first one to ever do dermafiller. I made it in my own kitchen, and I distribute it worldwide. Yeah. Coronavirus, solved it. Monkeypox, solving it. All with my tuna and egg combination and Zeman. Chicken Zeman, to be correct. I can't produce that much. I'm 70, you know what I'm saying?
And the marionette line is giving your skin volume. We will inject it under your eyes over here, plumping out your eye sockets and give you...
Oh, Frankie!
Plump it up.
It's me, Beatrice. Yes. I need to plump up my cheeks and my eyeballs, please.
I look like a skeleton.
Oh, I've got frozen face. I'm a skeleton frozen face.
You nice, beautiful cheeks. We can even go into the temples because you may look at your temples. And they may be
temples?
I don't think you need to go into the temples.
I don't think you want to be putting anything near your brain.
No.
Yeah.
Into the temples.
Are you sure this guy has a license to do this?
I don't
Somebody ought to
think
check
he
up.
is.
Someone who lives in Illinois ought to check up on this guy.
I don't know.
And what this does is it's going to give you a nice, beautiful, round,
frozen face.
Ooh, Frankie.
Nice, beautiful, round, frozen face.
Frankie, I was hanging out with the hipsters yesterday. Those men 20 years younger that I really like, in their late 60s. And then all of a sudden my frozen face started to go away. I was able to move my eyeballs. Would you mind shooting me up with some more semen?
No cream, no serum, no potion is going to do that.
None of that stuff has been approved.
None of that FDA approved bullshit. We're going straight to the
temple.
To the online pharmacy. We're going right into your temple with shots of a highly toxic poison. To freeze your face and plump it up. You're going to look great. Look at me. I look like a swollen pair of testicles.
Your looks by 10 years. So I'm going to give you 2 looks. And warning, this may scare the shit out of you, but people, it is what it is. All right, look number 1.
Warning, this may scare the shit out of you. Lots of people have died in my microderm ablation studio.
But it is what it is.
But it is what it is. What can I say? Never been charged with manslaughter yet.
You're looking at it. Here comes look number 2.
Oh.
Look number 1. Here comes 2.
What is he doing?
What is he doing?
Look number 1. Here comes look number 2.
I don't see the difference.
I don't see the difference.
Okay, first of all, he's not holding up a picture. He's just pulling back
his skin a little bit, but it
like
doesn't,
a tiny bit.
Yeah,
at
but
the jaw.
You don't notice it at all. And then what's look number 1? He says look number 1, and he does nothing, and then he goes look number 2, and then he pulls back his skin. Maybe he meant to like throw in a picture there, and it just didn't happen.
It's not very scary.
No. What look better? Well, obviously, look number 2 did. You want to know why?
Look
Cowabunga,
number 2. Cowabunga, dude. Which looks better, my natural face or one that's pulled back like this? Which looks better, my face inside the car going 152 miles per hour in my Jaguar, or outside the car going 152 miles per hour in a Jaguar? Of course, number 2.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want a pulled back face?
Because I just mimicked a facelift, okay? Now, the facelift will instantly take years off of your look, but it's very invasive, it's very expensive. A lot of people are not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that, nor will I spend the money on it. But product number 3 is gonna do the same thing at a fraction of the cost.
Okay.
And you're in and out
because I developed it in Frankie B's biological studios, not FDA approved. None of these claims have been certified as true.
I'm a chemist.
Yeah, I'm a chemist. Did you see my video on tuna eggs?
the office in 30 minutes. I'm going to show you what they are.
All right,
now, these are
let's see.
called monothreads. Now, the sight of this might scare you.
Oh my God.
Scare a lot of people. Okay, so this needle at the end of it, it has a thread in there, and this thread has little microscopic barbs on it. And what we do is we'll insert this into your face, okay?
Jesus.
Oh my God.
2, 3,
I've
and
actually
4
heard
areas.
of
And then
this,
once you insert
and
the needle in and you pull
I
out,
don't-
the microscopic
Eesh.
thread stays in your face with
I'll
the
take a
barb. So
facelift.
as you
Put
pull
me
out-
under.
Oh my God. You put barbed wire in your face and then pull it backwards?
Yeah.
That's incredibly intense.
I mean, wow.
Krissy,
I'll
what
take a
the
facelift.
fuck is someone thinking? I'll do a facelift all day long. I know I'll be a monster with these big like scars on my cheeks and it's like that. But I just think I'm not up for any of this, to be honest with you. I know Rachel for my 20th birthday decided to give me Botox. She's like, I made you an appointment at the Botox doctor. I was 29. What were you thinking? But listen, this is not for me. I'm telling you right now, this is very serious as far as I'm concerned. And you should be doing this by a
Look
doctor.
at his
Should be doing it.
bicep.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're 70 and you've been, who knows how that bicep got so big.
Your skin cannot come down because it catches on the microscopic barbs. And this is going to give you that
Jeez.
nice pull-up look, okay? And get rid
It
of the
catches
creepy
on the
skin.
microscopic
God.
barbs.
We're going to literally run your face across barbed wire outside Frankie B's House of Salon Suites, and I'm going to pull your head backwards, and you're going to have a brand new face. Some people are scared by that, but not you.
It is what it
Yeah.
is.
Oh, Frankie! You forgot me. I'm up here on the barbed wire, dear. Don't worry, Beatrice. You need a couple more hours, and then we're going to yank your old head right off that barbed wire. You're going to have 10 years off your look. Okay, Frankie, I trust you. Frankie, I'm still on the barbed wire.
Filler in your face like I talked about in the last segment, but sometimes you need more because sometimes you just can't get rid of the crepey skin because you've gone too far.
Sometimes you just need to rip it through with barbed wire.
Jesus. So we're going to take barbed wire, stick it inside your face,
With a
and then
needle.
rip it out. Yeah. Oh.
So this is a great alternative to a facelift.
I don't like him
And a
waving that
fraction
needle
of the
around.
Yeah,
cost.
seriously.
And it's going to take 10 years off your look. Let me show you
If you
one other
survive.
thread here.
Oh, my God. If you, yeah.
He'll be-
No wonder he's upstairs. No wonder his office is one 10 by 10 box upstairs in a townhouse with no one else around because
Right.
the blood curdling screams that come out of there. He's not a doctor. He shouldn't be pulling barbed wire in people's face.
This one here, these are a little bit smaller, okay? A little bit less scary. Now, what these are used for, now these
will take 5 years.
Okay? These threads, now, you'll insert into the sockets below your eyes up over here and pretty much anywhere in the cheek. And once you put these threads in there, it causes an injury. And then what happens is you build
I'm sold. Where do I sign up? Oh my God, Frankie, what are you talking about?
The injury.
This causes a major injury inside of your face.
We're going into your temples.
That bruising is going to make you look super sexy. Takes 10 years off your look. It's hard to know how old you are when your face is all fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. When it looks like you just ran through a windshield at 60 miles per hour, no one's going to know.
No one can tell what age you are.
How old you are. Oh my God, that's too funny. Okay, hold on, here we go.
Due to the injury, thus plumping up the spot. So we'll put maybe 2 or 3 of these into this area of the eyes. You can add them
Jeez, now that
into
he's
your
so close to the
cheeks,
camera, I think I can
and
see
it
where
takes
he's
about
done
2
this
or
to
3
himself.
months.
Yeah, you can see the scars
The
underneath his
lines.
eyes. I think Frankie might be a victim of his own success. It's like a dealer that's smoking his own crack, you know what I'm saying? You think he does this to him? Probably does this to himself.
Yeah, he's had to.
Yeah. Ugh.
Also going to give you volume and take 10 years off your look instantly, which no cream or no serum is going to do. We just went over 3 products and services that are going to instantly take 10 years off your look. But I'm going to throw in another one.
Whoa! But wait, there's more.
There's more? Oh, Frankie! It's me, Frozen Face. You never told me about more. I did the barbed wire. I did the semen all over my face. I had the Theraflu or whatever it was.
Fillers.
You injected Theraflu into my eyeballs. What's next, Frankie?
Is very, very important because you could be doing, stuff that makes you beautiful and handsome from the inside out. And then if you're not doing anything that helps from the outside in, you're kind of combating yourself, okay?
That's why I'm ready to introduce Frankie B's barbed wire ablation. We're going to take this handful of barbed wire and scrape it all over your body. And by the time all those scars heal, you're going to have nice, smooth skin.
All harmony, okay? When you do proper skincare with serums and lotions, along with the facial procedures that I just told you about, that's called harmony. Together, you're going to make a powerful
ebony and ivory. Together, we're making some harmony. Creams and jizz and barbed wire. Together we'll set your face on fire.
Yep.
Youthful impact on your look. But if you choose to do one without the other, something's going to be missing. So here's tip number 4. Okay, it's called Retina A. Now, what Retina A will do?
I think it's retinol.
This is going to peel.
Retina A Retina A and B is actually something they used to use back when I was a kid for acne, for like bad acne. Right? I had it, and so that I had Retin A and Retin B. Right. Mm-hmm. And so what it is, it's basically a chemical peel.
It burns it.
Yeah, it burns the shit out of your skin. It dries your skin out, and it burns it, and you look like a fucking fire engine after the night after you use it. And I had to use this for like a year. I was using this stuff, and I just look like any picture you look at back then, I was a fucking fire engine. This stuff is actually, if you remember, we had a skincare company that gave us some like.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Go.
And it burned the shit out of my skin.
Yeah.
It burned the shit out of my skin. Mm-hmm. My wife was like, you got to stop taking that, because I was putting it under my eyes where they told me to put it. And it literally looked like I had 2 red raccoon circles under my eyes.
Yes.
And my skin was peeling. And she's like, you got to stop that. Whatever that shit is not good for you.
2 and 3 layers of skin off your face. And what that does is it gets rid of imperfection. It gets rid of small blemishes.
It gets rid of skin.
Well, wait, if you're using this and doing the threading thing, aren't you going to burn to the thread? We'll take you down.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is all just.
And then what about the Zeman on top of it?
Well, if you put the Zeman on top of it, then it's a.
What was the Zeman for?
Harmony. It's called Harmony. The doctors will take care of it in the ICU. It's called Harmony.
Freckling, super fine wrinkles. It'll somewhat help.
Somewhat.
If I'm going through all this.
A glow like you've never had before. It's super, super powerful. And then you need to follow up with a great skincare routine. Now we're talking about your serums and your creams, your lotions, your potions. It all starts with a SPF, okay?
Ooh, that would burn.
Jesus.
Choose what you want. This also has...
Basically, we take some gasoline. We throw it all over you. We set you on fire. Then we put some petroleum jelly all over your face. After the petroleum jelly, what we like to do is get in there with a little hydrochloric acid. That's the next level. Then we take your face, we run it all over some barbed wire. Then I hook you up to the back of my Jaguar, and I run you across the pavement a couple times. And then I roll over you with one of those hot steamers, you know, the kind they use for asphalt. And then I put some shingles on top of your head, and I stick you out in the hot sun for 3 to 4 weeks.
Put some sunscreen on.
Make sure you get sunscreen. That's the only thing I'm asking.
Hydration in it. Hydration is very, very important to the skin, because if your skin is not hydrated, you're going to look weathered. You're going to look cracky. You're not going to have that youthful, glowing appearance. And guys, any guys out there watching, don't be afraid of the words.
Anybody out there watching? Is anybody out there watching?
It's all 6 people viewed this video.
Nothing wrong with a man that has good looking skin, okay? And then follow it up with your hydration creams, lotions, eye creams. And I put this on in the mornings and the night. But let me give you a disclaimer, okay? I'm not saying I got beautiful skin, okay? I didn't start skincare till I was 54 years old, so I've only been doing this for 4 years.
Oh, there we go.
There we got it.
He's 58.
58, but this was 3 years ago when he made this video, so he's 61 or 2. So now we know at least what age he's telling people he is
Right.
62. I suspect it's more like 65 or 66.
Yeah.
But he's right. His skin does not look particularly good because he's always out
in the sun.
Just as this video was made 3 years ago, and just 3 months ago, he was bright fucking red and leathery out in the sun
in Mexico doing his travel review.
This is my. I'm looking
with
into
the
my
potted
future.
plants.
I'm looking into my future with the potted plants.
Check this out.
That's right.
So yes, I was out in the sun. I'm just trying to teach you what I've
Oh,
learned.
so if this was 3 years ago, then
doing
he's
all-
discovered that none of this worked. So
Yeah,
he's
I
like,
haven't
fuck it,
seen him.
I'm going to Mexico and laying out in the sun.
I haven't seen a follow-up video to this Botox. Let's just put it that
He
way.
probably got shut down.
I
My
know.
God.
all the wrong things. So I guess I'm going to wrap this video up. If you found it useful, helpful, informational.
I'm sure the prosecutors found it useful. I mean, let's be honest about it. I don't think Frankie should be doing this at all.
No.
If you're, I don't need to tell anybody. If you want to listen, we have friends that do this all the time.
Yes.
I have a friend who
I think there's a right way and a wrong
Yeah.
way. First of all, go to an actual doctor.
I have a friend who had been doing Botox since it came out. Now, she's probably in her mid-50s now. I say a friend. It's a mother of a friend that I have, and I consider her a friend. But she's been doing Botox since it was available to plastic surgeons, which is a lot longer than we've been talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's probably 30 years at this point. So
Probably,
she's been
I
doing it
think.
since her her early 30s. And she's been doing Botox, and she looks great. And she never has frozen
Yeah.
face. It never looks bad. But she also has a plastic surgeon that does it for
Exactly.
her. It's not
That's
like one of these
exactly-
Botox parties where, your
No.
aunt's uncle's best friend
You're going to the
went to
townhome
Mexico.
upstairs in a salon suite
That
that
seems-
also cuts hair.
That seems so dangerous to me. Yeah.
Yes,
Also does
scissors.
stupid YouTube
Videos.
videos. Yeah. On how to burn your face off. I mean, god damn. That's a hell of a routine. He's trying to take 10 years off by putting everything on his face and then hoping that something sticks. It's
Right.
unbelievable. Yeah.
Well, there we did it. We did
All
it.
right, we did it. We finished part 2.
Whee!
Short episode, but you know what? Some are long, some are short. That's the way it goes.
Yep.
Okay. I wanted to tell you that Krissy and I have a lot of great stuff coming up.
We've got the summer games.
We've got the summer games.
Yeah.
We're coming up on episode number 200, where Krissy and I are going to review some of our own terrible episodes. Some of our own terrible YouTube videos. So that should be a lot of fun. We're going to do a true crime series, a parody true crime series. We'll get to that later on this summer. I'm excited. Maybe even in the early fall. I'm in the middle of writing it right now. Okay. So wait. You just wait, Krissy. You're going to love this. We want to thank all the wonderful people who are leaving.
I think it should be like a choose your own adventure. Where maybe we have something and then we can have people vote on which page to turn to.
I'm actually going to have people come call us, right?
Okay.
And then there's a couple other things that we're going to do. We're going to play a little chat roulette, which I think is fun. Lots and lots of other stuff. So I just wanted to share with you that we're halfway through season 3, and it's only going to get better from here. I want to thank everybody who's supporting the show, leaving awesome comments and reviews.
We love the reviews.
We love them. We love all you smart-ass motherfuckers out there putting up those reviews. Keep them coming. And remember, you can, even if you left a review, if you want to change it and make another funny review a couple months later, you can actually just go in and change your review. You can't leave 2 at the same time, but you can change your review.
Yeah.
So if you feel like you want to update your old funny review so it gets new attention, feel free to do that. I want to thank Luke and Will and Tina and Marianne and Reagan.
And in answer to one of the reviews that we got that was a deep thought about the alien and the podcast universe, I mean, the way that I see it, it's the entire universe. Could be aliens, could be humans, dogs, baby birds.
You never know.
Brian grew
Snakes.
on snake.
That grew on my front door.
That you hooked up podcast to.
Go read the Apple reviews. You'll see what we're talking about. Someone had a good point. They said we make the alien noise at the beginning, and then we say, best to you out there in the podcast universe. Are the 2 connected? Possibly.
Yeah.
Fact, news, and fiction in 30
we don't
seconds
care
or
who's
less.
Listening, just listen.
I don't give a shit. Okay. TCBpodcast.com. Audio, video, it's all right there. 661-237-8296. 661 best to yo. Comments, questions, content ideas, send them right there. Okay, that's all I can do today, Krissy.
Yeah, I think so.
I love you.
I love you.
Best to you.
Best to yo.
And best to you out there in the podcast. Until next time, we always say, we do say, and we must say, bye.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings. How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.